Hey guys, welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. It's your boy Tokusa, and today the showcase unit is none other than Bunny Girl Badass Solo Army Mirko. Mirko is, as I was just stating, a one-woman wrecking machine. Goes down to the underground lab, fights all them Nomus off, disrupts Shigaraki, or at least tries to, for the best of her will. And she gets beat up quite a bit. You see her arm get twisted up. She's bleeding out. But the mentality she has there, it's iconic, right? There's no shutting her down. There's no stopping her. And yeah, I just almost saw it from there. She was one of the coolest characters. Obviously, her art is quite amusing here. Obviously a sick character design, and I've just always been a fan. So I figured, my due diligence, I had to showcase her, and hopefully she looks great here. Hopefully I can get to show off her whole kit, even though it's a little bit niche. You have to have certain aspects happen, as in just like low health, hitting your last stance when you see her higher potential. And I do have some ways to get those, to implement those, so hopefully there are some showcases where I can show her in those phases. So, as you can see, fully leveled up. Advanced leveling, as you can see, is up a little bit, because I did manage to pull a dupe of her, I think from Fantasy Aizawa's banner. I actually think I pulled 2 of her there, because I never actually got her on her original banner. But basic route, completely done. Peace route, just 3 of them done, but a little bit star invested. And then I ended up getting just other characters I wanted to focus on. And then the DX Peace route, as you can see, I did pull her once. I don't have her again, though. And I still have to star her up quite a bit. But there's so many characters to focus on. I feel like they should hand stars out more. I feel like they really should. I feel like it'd just be more rewarding and, like, help characters grow a bit better. But who knows, maybe in the future. Skills, I'll go over her kit pretty quickly. But basically, her whole thing is, I want to be fast and I want to be lower health than the opponent. Plus Ultra, Luna Tempest. 550% damage to a single opponent. Skill impact is increased relative to character speed, so you obviously want to have a lot of speed on her. One thing I will mention is, if every character was maxed, I think she's probably like the 2nd or 3rd fastest character. I think Fantasy Aizawa's, or Fantasy Ida's faster, and probably other iterations of Ida, and maybe Hawks, but that's probably it. And yeah, she's an incredibly quick character, so you're probably going to attack first. She gives speed to pro heroes, as you'll see below. Good for going first in PvP for sure. Anyways, increases skill impact by 30% if character's HP is lower than the opponent. Max HP too. So, like, you don't really want to build her with HP, and I don't think she even has that high of HP, so right off the bat, if you're attacking first, your max HP is probably going to be lower than the opponent's. You're probably going to hit a nice chunk of damage right off the bat with that. Oh, I guess that's plus ultra. I guess you wouldn't see that, but it's relevant in our other kit. Or skills here. So action skill 1, Luna Fall, 200% damage to a single opponent. Skill impact is increased relative to character speed. Increases skill impact by 40% if character's max HP is lower than the opponent. So that's the move actually you'll probably do right off the bat, because you have lower health, do more damage. It's a good kick to start it off. Second action skill, Luna Ring, 200% damage to a single opponent again. One thing I will mention about this character that obviously is not relevant here is AoE. There's no attack all here, unfortunately. I feel like that is becoming pretty crucial, especially with like a Sue that hides all the time. You're not able to hit her. She's just gonna be, you know, a truck by the end of the fight. So, gotta build around that part too a little bit. Once again, skill impact increased by speed and skill impact by 60% when HP is below 20%. So this is where I was talking about like that little niche thing where you need low HP. And it can be scary sometimes because you can get last stand when your HP is below 50%, as you'll see in this next. Oh, you can probably see it there in the auto skill. But there are characters like Sue out there that can one-shot this character. So it can be scary. So sometimes you might not even see the last stand. You'll just get knocked out of existence. So you got to play around it a little bit. But the auto skill Brave Bunny, I already told you about the last stand part, but gives pro heroes speed by 30%. Nice supportive buff there for pro heroes. Obviously, the faster is better. I always think speed is more important than defense. And yeah, attacking first obviously gives you the upper hand right off the bat, so that's very nice. Second auto skill, Survival Instincts of a Rabbit. So this is where the bulk of her damage starts to kick in. When character's HP is below 5%, gives the character ability to make a last stand 2 times, up to 6 times. So You can get all 6 to proc. Phenomenal. Increases character's power by 10% up to 7 times. Increases character's speed by 10% up to 7 times. Regenerates HP by 15% for 1 turn up to 7 times. Very key, because if you stop getting targeted or don't get attacked for some reason, you're going to keep re-healing, and while you're still being juiced up because you're still on last stance, you're building up all these stacks too of speed and power. This is where she starts to hit ridiculous numbers. And it increases character's max HP by 13% up to 7 times. Why do you think that might be bad? Because you're obviously just lowering your max HP in total, but if you're already down at this lowest point, or this lowest, like, as low of health that you have to proc last stand, you're not getting back up to max HP most likely. And when your max HP is lower than your opponent's, you hit harder. So this part here is the bulk of her damage, as I was saying. So you have to build around that. Give her last stand in her kit in case she gets one-shotted. So and that's exactly what I did, as I'll show you in a second. Just my auto skills if you're interested. So the way that I have built around it, I don't really have a character that gives last stand. So I have this memory, and this memory is quite juiced up, as you'll see here. Miner's Assertion. This is when, you know, Ochako is speaking to Vigilante Deku, trying to get back into UA. DX, don't DX memories. I did this for Vigilante Deku, but this actually works phenomenally on Mirko. Gives the character to make last stand 2 times when a wave starts. Right off the bat, she is, no matter what, gonna hit last stand. Already phenomenal. You're going to get Mirko's kit if she gets knocked down to that state, so you're going to get the most value out of her right off the bat. But, for me, I got some really nice skills to come, or like, abilities that come over with this memory, because it's DX. When HP is below 50%, my power and speed is increased by 45%. So basically, when I get down to that state, even just under 50% health, I am a machine. Mirko is going to wreck. And then once I get down to last stand, not only can I have up to 6 last stands from her kit, but I can have 2 more from this. 8 last stands while I'm building up my power. I don't expect Mirko to hit less than max. No, but she'll hit very hard. And then also a nice little ability that comes with this memory is once per battle, shorten character's action skill cooldown by 3. Great memory. Works well. It's great memory for specific characters, and Mirko is that specific character. This works fantastic on her. There's my EX auto skill if you're interested. 15% speed obviously is the main thing here. TST unfortunately doesn't work, but what can I do? And yeah, gonna throw her through the world tour of Ultra Impact, probably story quests, VE Tower, you know, the whole shebang. And that's enough talk. Let's hop right in. So, first fight is the final quest hard mode against Redestra here. Now, unfortunately, this is probably a fight, and honestly, probably most fights other than maybe VE Tower, but for sure PvP. But you're probably not going to see Mirko in her last stand. I just think these opponents they don't dish up enough damage, and they want to focus on other characters, but that should still show her hitting 45k, right? Because the one thing about Redestra is his max HP is 100% higher than Mirko's. So you're still going to hit very hard here. But this is what I was saying, like, this character has to be built very specifically. Ooh, a bunch of 6k crits there. Obviously phenomenal damage. But yeah, because of like a lot of these story events and VE Tower events, in most case scenarios, you're not going to be that low of health. It's hard to get her to show off that ability. We will watch her plus ultra though, and that can be a problem obviously. And then in PvP, it's also a little bit tricky, right? Because obviously units in there are a lot stronger. Oh, that massive kickdown is so sick. I love it. 40k damage though, not bad. What was I just saying? In PvP though, it's kind of the opposite, right? Because there's so many powerhouses out there. Like, how dare I miss that? Like Sue out there that can just take her out in one shot. So it can make it a little bit risky in both ways. I don't know. You have to. Oh my goodness, skill impact is just horrible to me. She's a tricky character to build around. But hopefully in PvP, I'll be able to get a good showcase of her, showing her true potential here. Because her damage can go just bonkers. one built up. Deku. Ooh, I haven't seen this in a long time. Oh, you know what? Yeah, please beat up Mirko. Oh, okay, here we go. Never mind, I lied. This is so easy to proc. It literally takes no effort whatsoever to get this. So here, she hit last stand. Her damage is up. My memory's kicked in. We were seeing 20Ks, 30Ks. This time we should see a little bit more, I hope. 36K. Didn't crit though. Hopefully I can get one more turn. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh man, I really want to use Deku's ability there. Because I won't get this crit rate from Seiji, unfortunately. You know, we'll end with the plus ultra. We'll have a little bit of fun here. The drop kick to the leg slam. 67K. You'll love to see it. Unfortunately, no crits, but that's because I suck at getting skill impacts or chain attacks. But yeah, even right there where you saw her, once she gets down to the last stand, she can also save you, right? Because most characters would have died there. She just keeps on trucking, keeps on leg dropping, destroying the opponents. Alright, second place is VE Tower, SS difficulty, Flame Stage, second fight against Robo Inferno. As you can see, the main reason I brought her here is because I have type advantage. 35K right off the bat. Get the crit rate buff from Seiji there, and the attack third with the memory, so crit rate should be just going off crazy here. Mirko does okay in VE Tower. Oh, well, my chain attacks don't go well in VE Tower. 8Ks across the board is obviously phenomenal. She just doesn't have any, like, technical hits or anything, so she's not going to give you all those extra VE points. But if you just need characters to beat the event, she's great, right? Because obviously she has her last stand that can proc, which obviously can keep you alive. And then when she's in that last stand, she's doing all that extra damage for you. So it can be a game changer. It could probably save you, get you to where you need, and beat the event. So in that aspect, she can be very, very good. Just gonna do a bunch of normals here. I'm not really a big fan of doing attacks when I can't chain them together. Just, it's a lot better, I find, when you can do it like this. We'll attack like this before her plus ultra. 36K. Hopefully we can get some more crits now rolling. Robo Inferno, please hit Mirko, lower her health. No, please, Seiji alone. We will do her plus ultra and Seiji's. See, my Seiji is completely board maxed. You are SR plus, fully invested, and Mirko is still faster at level 85. Barely invested ability boards. So, just shows you how fast this character is. Dropkick this absolutely massive robot to the ground. 99,000 damage, essentially. Whew, she can ramp up, man. She can get real strong. And, like, if my health was below 50% right now, these action skills I'm doing here would be hitting just as hard. Yeah, her damage can go bonkers. You'll see a couple hits here. A bunch of 9Ks. Her HP starts to get down there. She's a machine. She is exactly what the character is in the show, just a wrecking ball. Yeah, need this character to beat this event. Might not give you the most points, but she'll get the job done. Man, this has been a rough recording for PvP because Mirko has two horrible weaknesses: Kirishima, she has no piercing shot in her kit, and Sue, because Asui just goes right through me like butter, and them last stands just don't matter. Easily my two biggest problems right now. But unfortunately, that is literally everybody we were fighting. So, this team doesn't have them. I think, well, maybe it does in the second lineup, but hopefully we can show her off a little bit here because this is just not her meta. I can tell you that right now. That was good. Good amount of 4Ks there. Obviously some good damage on Ochako. To the point where we almost took her out, actually. So that's obviously very good. Ooh, almost took her off. Almost. So Ida's going to get his dodge. So we're going to do this, and this. Does that make sense? Because he's going to get a dodge or an evasive here with this move. Deku will remove it there. And then I should be able to... Oh, okay. Took out Ochako for 38k. Good enough for me. Very happy about that. That's still pretty good damage, by the way, too, because I didn't have her under half health like I do right now, which is actually perfect. Because I can kick Ida's head in with this hit. That's exactly what I want to do. Hopefully this does some pretty good damage, because we're also under half health. 38k. No small number there. Very good, very good. Good, they're hitting Seiji, which is good. Keeps my character alive longer. How do I want to play this? Build some crit rate up, I think is the way to go. Ida's gonna dodge. Nothing I can do about this, though. Such an annoying ability to be able to dodge every single hit. It is very frustrating at times. I think attacks that do that, by the way, that attack multiple times, should let you go right through dodge. I feel like it should negate it. I don't know if that sounds too broken or not to everybody, but I do. I really do think that's what it should do. Seji's probably dead here, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah. And it was nice knowing Seiji. At least Deku's gonna apply debuffs. Well, Mirko is definitely in last stand now, so hopefully we can get a 1 or 2 hits with her here. I really was hoping her ability would prop. Unfortunately not. Do some good damage here, you too. Oh, almost took out Midoriya there. Mirko's still alive at the moment, which is obviously key. Oh, until right now. No. Alright, this will be the final one, because it's so difficult to show her off right now. It really is, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't, but it is what it is. Can't do too much about it right now. But yeah, the fact that she doesn't have piercing shot to me is definitely a big, like... It's a big problem, I would say. So, that, building up damage right off the bat, I think would have been enough to justify her as a good PvP character. And there you guys have it. Sorry, the PvP showcases didn't go as well as I thought. I could have fought somebody like 100,000 battle power, but obviously that's unrealistic. But there you go, that's Mirko. Just not the meta for her for that PvP, but outside of PvP, she can work in a vast majority of events. Pretty much everything, honestly. Even like Climax Battle, because they slowly do damage over time, so you can proc your last stands, then build up damage, and take out a good chunk before falling down. Literally very accurate to the manga, or the anime. But, yeah, if there are things I had to change with her, Piercing Shot I think would have changed her dramatically, because she doesn't build up insanely like Sue until she's in Last Stand. So I don't think there was any harm in giving her Piercing Shot. It just would have been a bunch of like 30-40Ks to at least get rid of Kirishima's. And, yeah, that's pretty much my biggest gimmick with her I would change. And obviously, I don't really like the building up damage at Last Stand. I think you should be building up damage at under 50% health. Just like how she gets her last stands under 50% health. I think to build up only into your last stands is kind of pointless. Because as you saw there in my PvP showcase, she just kind of gets taken out before being able to do any damage whatsoever. Because a bunch of people target her, takes out all of her last stands. So, hopefully they drop a new one in the future and, you know, give her a few more tweaks and lookovers before they release her, and she dominates, because I think she deserves a good representation. Not saying that she's not bad, she's still very good, it's just this meta, full fantasies, and all these impact fests just doesn't work for her. But there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I could definitely show this character again in like as side teammates to whoever else I'm showcasing, like other pro heroes, so you might see her again, who knows. But let me know down below, who do you guys want to see next? Do you want to see another video on her, a different iteration of a team, pro heroes only, UA, anything? As long as I have the character, I'll let you know down below if I do or not. I will do my best to showcase that character. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe would be amazing, but you guys just tuning into the video is more than everything. It means the world to me that I can play this game and enjoy what I'm doing and see people interacting, watching, and subscribing. Dream come true. Slowly getting there. That being said, again, thanks for everything. Until next time, Tokusa,